Well, hey, church family. So I want to have an opportunity today to get to introduce to you Lance Estes. Lance has been a member of our church for a long time. He and his wife Darla and their kids and their families are all a part of First Baptist Dyersburg. And Lance works at Dyersburg High School. He is over all of the custodians and all over the maintenance there at the high school. Does an incredible job, involved with our students there in a lot of different ways as he gets to have interactions with them and build relationships with them. I know, Lance, I want to talk to you. We were talking today about how to love in action, how to move forward in ministry, how to help reach our community that's lost. You've got a big date coming up on March the 19th. Tell me a little bit about what the plans are for that date, and we'll talk a little bit more about how that's been working out.
Okay, well, the plans are on March 19th, we're having a revival. We're going to put a citywide revival for the whole town of Dyersburg and county, and we're wanting everybody to come, and we're focusing on kids and adults, churches, everything. We're trying to be as diverse as we can.
And where's this going to be?
It's going to be at the football stadium, weather permitting. If something does happen, then we do have a backup plan, and we're still going to do it. It'll just be in the gym.
And it's on March the 19th. The start time, I think, is
5:30.
5:30.
We're started at 5:30.
And a little bit of the format. What does that look like that night?
The format is we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to lay it out kind of like a football game.
Tell a little bit about it.
We're going to set up a tunnel just like the kids come out. We want to get the pastors of this community, and we're going to have a national anthem and a prayer, and then we're going to bring all the pastors out through the tunnel. And then it's going to be like a 4 quarters, and we're going to have 4 different speakers and musicians in between each quarter. And then we're going to close like the regular football game. We're going to all go down on the field and say the Lord's Prayer together and go home.
What an incredible thing. So you and I have talked about it. I know the Lord has really placed this in your heart. Talk to me a little bit so that as we think as a body of believers about taking steps that God points us to, how's He put it in your heart, and how does it move to the action steps? What got you from point A to where you are today in this plan?
Well, I've fought this for a long time. I've turned it down and pushed away from it, and just some things in my life had happened, and it gave me an opening opportunity to do this. And my wife and I have always helped in like fundraisers and stuff, and we enjoy that. And but I've never been in charge of the whole thing, and so I've been real scared about this. And so when I first decided that I wanted to do it, I still questioned God, and you know, He showed me at first I wanted to have it at the high school, and I thought, well, they're not going to let me have it there anyway. 8 months later, it was in December, me and my wife were going out to eat, and I looked over at her and I said, I can't do this anymore. It's not enough time. I just can't do it. And before we got to the restaurant, I got a text from John Holden that said everything's okay. That same exact day.
That everything was okay for the high school all long ago.
We could do it. All we had to do is sign the contract. And so that was another opening.
Tell me, as we talk about it with our First Baptist family, what are some things that you still need in the process? What are resources that you're looking for? How could the First Baptist family, as individuals and maybe even corporately, how can we engage in the process?
So February 11th, we're going to have another meeting at TG, the Gathering Place, at 5 o'clock. And I've got another guy at the high school that's going to print flyers for me. And we just need a lot of help getting this word out. We're going to start around that area and really want to push and try to get it out to the community, churches, everything. Any denomination, it's a citywide revival. That's what we're trying to do, trying to reach everybody, not just one particular person.
I think it's going to be an incredible event. And that's one of the things that I want our church family to know and understand. So our goal, our purpose as Christ followers is to take the message of Christ into the community, to help connect people to Him. God's planted this passion in your heart, but He's taken you a step further than He does a lot of us. You've been able to see an event in your heart that you believe God's leading you to bring to fruition. You're seeing God put all of those pieces come together. What an incredible thing. And church family, I know it's a big deal. I mean, on March 19th, we're going to be expecting great things that God's going to be doing here in our city at this particular event, a church, a citywide revival, revive all, I think is how y'all are turning it.
That's how we put revive-all. That's everybody. We want to include everybody.
And I think that is great. So the big key dates to know about, it's March the 19th. It's at Dyersburg High School. It's at J.C. Sawyer Stadium, weather permitting. Begins at 5:30. Will be a great event for our whole entire city. Overall cost that you're raising and working through is about $2,000. Need lots of volunteers, lots of help. Your next meeting is again, what, February?
February 11th,
February
at 5 o'clock at the Gathering Place.
All right. And if you need to know where that is, you can call our church office or text or email me, and we will get that directions out to where to go. How can we be praying? Obviously, we want to be praying for God to move in a powerful way. What other things do you think we might need to pray
for?
Well,
we need to pray for this community and we need to get the people there to see this. And I think it's going to be a real moving thing. I mean, it makes my whole inside. I've never felt like this. It's unbelievable. And just pray for everybody that's working with me and working on this event. I mean, it's really a different feeling. I'm a real nervous person, and I'm stressful and I need a lot of prayer. I really do, because I've really stepped out of my bounds. I didn't think I would. I never did, but I felt led, and I'm going to go ahead and try it.
I'm very proud of you for doing that. That's what God calls all of us to do. And so in just a minute, family, we're going to take a time to pray for Lance, to pray for the revival that is going to be on March the 19th. I hope you will plug in. I hope that you will engage at the meeting on February 11th and in any other way that you can. If you need any information, this is Lance. You give him a call. You track him down at church. He's usually upstairs in the balcony. Great family, greatly plugged in, and we are looking forward to seeing how God is going to move in our city to touch lives, to draw people to Jesus on March the 19th. Man, we're praying for you. Very grateful for your partnership.
I appreciate it.